Okay. What I wanted to do tonight was kind of work through, oh, I know why I'm in the wrong book. I have too many books. That's my problem. What I wanted to do was walk through a power hour and walk through parts of it so that we can work it together. But before we did that, I wanted to talk a little bit about, and I talked about this on, what did I go live? Tuesday, about the, about utilizing or like with this COVID-19 going on, like what's, so many people, like some people are like really panicked and scared and nervous and they don't know what to do with it. But I think like this is the time right now that we can lean into our groups, we can lean into our people so that we can give them love and we can be the power of light and show them the consistency of what we're doing. And I think like that's going to be super, super important that we do that because it makes a huge difference for people. So there's enough people that are scared and posting crazy things and posting like nerve-wracking things, but this is going to be a time that we can shine, that we can be that pillar of light. So think about that when you're posting, think about that when you're sharing your stuff, how blessed you are that you can do this at home with your little one, that you can do this when you are able to be quarantined at home. Like they're at-home workouts that you can do at any time, whether the gym's open or not, they're at your fingertips, and all about the community and what it's given you and the coaching opportunity and things like that. So I think it's really good to have that kind of option that's available for you when you want to talk to people and kind of share with them like what's going on, because I think like that would be, it's just super solid. Like there's just so much good stuff going on. And in the Beachbody Champions page, I need to go and watch it because I caught a small glimpse of it. But basically a year ago, Carl Deichler was on there and he talked about how a year ago there were 2,000 people that bought Beachbody On Demand, 2,000 that bought it on that time. And today, or this was yesterday, I think it was 15,000. 15,000 people's lives that we were able to change just in that little bit of time. So it's legit crazy how important and how big this is, and that you're able to like legit change people's lives and give them something that they can do. And so I'm going to be starting with our crew next week. We're going to do 6 a.m. Workouts. We're going to do some evening workouts, like I think once or twice a week. I'm going to do an evening one with people just to give them different options because community means so much. And so if they're going to be quarantined at home, and like next week, I might even do like a mid-morning one maybe, because I'm going to be home. I'm on vacation next week. The other days I'm actually working. So I don't know if I should do one that's live because the group, some of them have some work employees in there. So I don't want them to show them like, hey, I'm at home working out. Well, I should be working. So we'll do that in those different times so that we can be there and give that community feel. And whether they're doing one of our workouts or I'm going to open it to our free community, they can do different things if they have something else they want to follow. But at least it gives them a sense of other people around them, things like that. So I think that's going to be super solid. So let's see, this is Donna. Let me get on. We are on now, girl. Okay, let me just give her the link. Okay. So what I wanted to do is kind of talk a little bit about that because I think that makes such a difference. And anytime you start your power hour, you just want to make sure your head's in the right spot, that you're really thinking about what you're doing and who, you want to make sure that you're touching people with the right heart and the right mind and the right spirit, because they can hear that and they can feel it in your voice and in your invite and how you're talking to them. They're going to feel like, are you stressed? Are you tired? Are you exhausted? Are you I'm just a number, or are you inviting from your heart and sharing them these amazing things that you're doing and telling them how it's changed your life, whether it's with community or, feeling with energy again, or doing it for your little one or for your family, or wanting to do it. Your kids are grown and they're moved out, or whatever it might be. Maybe you want to pay off debt. Maybe it's just giving you a sense of something more out there, right? Because I think sometimes in motherhood, we can get so caught up with the kids and their lives and what's going on and just trying to make it through the day. So this is going to be really good. You always want to make sure your heart's in the right spot. So I find that if my heart's not in the right spot, I definitely work to get it in the right spot. So whether that's personal development, listening to some podcast, hello, listening to a podcast, or saying a prayer sometimes. And sometimes I just say, you know, help me to bless someone's life today. Help me to reach out and find somebody who could, that can utilize me. And whether that's just being a positive light and things like that, to, you know, inviting them, to connecting with them, things that are going to make a difference in their world. So what I want to do is I'm going to find the Power Hour document. I'm going to find that for you guys, and I'll get that to you. I think I've posted it before, but I can't remember. So I'm going to find that. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of follow along. And honestly, you want to use this. You want to use this tracker. And it's in our team page. I just pulled together enough for the year. It helps keep me accountable. This it gives me an exact list of what needs to do. I'm a list girl, so it helps me so much. Just go off my list and know exactly what I need to do. And there's different times that I do it in my day. So for an example, I take care of myself first. I do that first thing in the morning. I make sure I get my gratitude in, my affirmations, and my visualization. And you guys, I've been listening to The Secret. It's kind of weird because it's got these like weird music in the background or whatever, but it's got all these different high level like mindset masters that give you so much good information. And it really talks about like you visualizing it. So like they talked about like if you close your eyes and you knew you needed to go to your laundry room and you needed to open the door to your laundry room and you needed to get like the shout and spray it on that white shirt that you have and throw it in the wash. You could visualize that entire process. You can see in your head you going, like for me it's upstairs, so me going up to my laundry room, opening up my door, getting the shout from where it is, spraying whatever it is that you need to spray, right? So whatever shirt you have or whatever, and you can visualize that. You can see that in your head what you need to do. And so that's exactly what visualization is. So if you are seeing yourself celebrating, or maybe you see yourself paying off a credit card bill, maybe you visualize like writing the last check or clicking submit online, or maybe it is coming to Summit and hanging out with your crew and going out to dinner and talking and just hanging out that way and being able to pay for it because your business is growing, anything like that. So for me, my goal, my visualization is me seeing myself up on stage at Summit. That gets my heart pumping because that means that I've changed people's lives. Like I've made a difference, not only for my life, but for my coaches' lives. My coaches are making differences in people's lives. I close my eyes and I've been on the stage once. That was so exhilarating, you guys. Let me just tell you that. You get a flag. So like they have all these flags on the side, right? So I visualize myself in this super cute black jumpsuit that's got spaghetti straps. I don't even have it. It crisscrosses in the back. I don't know where I'm going to get it, but I'm going to find it. I'm wearing that jumpsuit, and you guys, and actually I see both of you with me there, like saying and cheering me on as you're watching your names up on the big screen because you guys are diamonds. I made you, you know, we worked together to make you guys diamonds, and I go and I get my flag. And so when I turned 2-star or 1-star, you get these flags and you get to walk across the stage holding this. Now I'm going to be honest. I was super freaking nervous to walk across that stage. But when people are cheering you on, you know, and your family can sit and watch it because it can be televised, they're cheering you on because you worked hard. Like this is, you know, you are paying off debt. You're adding income to your family. You're making a difference. This is changing people's lives. That's what this represents, you guys. And you're doing that for people. That's what I visualize. And I visualize myself walking across and like going like this. And I see you guys out there and I can get the goosebumps in my arms, like thinking about that. And then we go out later and we celebrate, whether we have a drink or we eat ice cream or whatever we're going to do. That's what I visualize. So When you do that, that means that for me, I'm visualizing how this is going to be for me and how I want my life to be with my work and everything. Visualization means and makes the biggest change. So visualize what you want to see. So take the 5 minutes when you're doing your tracker of visualizing whatever that might be. Maybe it's like I said, paying off debt, going on a vacation, buying a car, maybe paying off a car. There's so many things you can do. Maybe it's changing enough lives to become a diamond. Maybe your first visualization is when we celebrate you on a call because you became emerald. Maybe it's when we celebrate you because you're able to purchase your summit ticket, or whatever it might be. That's what you want to visualize. Visualization works so hard. And don't focus on like the negative of things. You want to focus on the positive of things. So don't be like, I want to be debt free. Because when you do that, your mind is just constantly saying like, debt, I have debt, you have debt, you have debt, you're surrounded in debt, 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 debt. Where if you say like, I want to be financially free, finances mean like, I am financially free, I'm free of things, I'm free of the finances, I'm free to do what I want, I'm free to make a difference, I'm free to live the life I want to live. Those are the types of things you want to say. When you focus on what you don't want, your mind automatically focuses on that as what you do want, because that's what you keep telling yourself. So you want to word it so that it's saying what you want it to say. And starting like my affirmations, I start with, I am happy and grateful that. And then I say whatever I want to say, right? So I'm happy and grateful that I am able to build my life of freedom. I am happy and grateful that I am building us to be financially free to live the life we want to live. I am happy and grateful that I own my Yukon Denali. That's my dream car. I don't have it. I don't even own it, you guys. I don't even know, but it's out there and it's black and it's got tan interior and it's got the oh gosh, I can't even think of it, the screen on the front that I can show my GPS and I can take my family comfortably in the places we need to take them, because I have to take my in-laws, my mother-in-law, and my parents everywhere. So I need something that I can take. Those are the things that I think about. I visualize myself getting in it and holding the leather wrapped steering wheel and like listening to my jams while sipping my coffee. Like these are the things I think about. I think about talking to you through the Bluetooth because I can do that. When you visualize that kind of stuff and you say those kinds of things to yourself, you have a goal. These are the things that make you get up and want to work your business, because you know you're working towards these things, because you're seeing it happen in your life. That's what helps you when you're having that bad day, when you're like, this business is taking longer than what I thought, when I'm really struggling because I just don't even know what I can possibly invite to. I don't have any new people. You're going to focus on that, and then you're going to start to go down a spiral, and you're not going to want to show up. And when you don't show up and you're not consistent, you never gain momentum. And when you don't gain momentum, it makes the business super hard. So you want to make sure that you know what those things are, that you're visualizing it, that you're being, saying your affirmations over and over again in your head. So like in this book, The Secret, it talks about listening to it in the morning, listening to it, I think it says we're reading it, and the same thing at night. So it's the first thing you put in your head before you get into your social media or anything like that. So I throw my earpods in and I listen to it while I'm brushing my teeth and I'm getting dressed. So by the time I'm walking down the stairs, I'm finishing it up. I get my Energize and I get my water and I go and I sit down to do my gratitude journal and all that kind of stuff. And then it's the same thing at night. I throw my earbuds in and I listen to it as I'm brushing my teeth and I'm getting my pajamas on and getting ready for bed. And so it's the last thing I do before I go to bed. So that way it's all positive in your head. That stuff's going to sit in there before you go to bed. If you get on social media first thing in the morning and then you do it the first or the last thing before you go to bed, because I'll be honest, I can easily get sucked into that. Now I'm focused on all the things that I read or that I saw. And let's face it, right now, you have friends out there that are making you laugh with all these memes, if you find that funny, or you have people that are like giving and sharing posts that are making you really freaking nervous, right? You're like, oh my gosh, like this is insane. And then when you sleep in that, then your head is in that negative spot. So you can create what you do in the morning and you can create what you do in the evening. Those are your bookends. Bookend your day and fill it with all the good stuff. And that's going to help you when you show up for your business. So that's the first part there. So we're going to talk and work on the daily business essentials. The power, or she calls it P25, or the power of the 25, means that you can do all of the items in the power hour in 25 minutes. And when you can rock through it in 25 minutes, then they're like small pockets of time that then when you get through it, the rotation, then you come around and you do the rotation again at another power pocket you have. So she says like she can do it when she's in carpool. She can do it when her kids are in swim lessons. She can do it, you know, at nap time when the kids were younger. You can do it now at any given point in time because it's quick things. It's not like, okay, I'm going to send 10 invites, or I'm going to send 5 coach invites, or I'm going to connect for 20 minutes. Like this is literally in small pockets of time. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to get started. And once I find the document, I'm going to share that with you. But what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go on there and kind of start now. And we'll go. We've got just a little over 30 minutes, but my Zoom, I need to upgrade it. It's got like a 40 to 45 minute window. So we're going to power through a quick, small power pocket, or power 25. We may not even go a full 25 just because of how she is, but I'll end it with what you need to do. And then that way you can kind of see like, how does it work? And then how can I adapt this into my daily business? Because I know that all of us are super busy. That's one of the things that connected us together, and that you can power through this without sitting down for hours at a time to rock your business. Okay. Do you guys have any questions before we get started? Okay. All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill our funnel. So we're going to work on expanding. So what I want you to do is, I am focusing on Instagram, although you can focus on Facebook if Facebook's your jam, but I like focusing on Instagram. So one of the things I do is I find women, like bloggers, clothing lines I like, small shops. Local shops are great ones that I like. Hashtags that represent me. I keep those in my collections. Now my collections are, when you go into, okay, I'm going to kind of show you. When you go into your main following page, you can go into these 3 lines at the top. And you can, oh gosh, I can't seem to hit it for some reason. Then you're going to go into where it has all these menus, and you're going to go into save. And when you go into save, you can collect, or you can save all these collections that you have here. I make a collection called Inspo, INSPO, and those are all the different places that I love, people that represent me. So in my Inspo account, I have bloggers, I have some sarcastic mom groups, I have some people that love to shop at Target, I have Disney lovers, I have coffee drinkers. What else do I have in here? Those are probably, oh, and I do have a couple of Bible women that journal in their Bibles. So I have a lot of them. So I have a lot to choose from if I ever find anyone, and you're looking for people with large quantities of followers. So I always look for like 10, 15 plus. Okay. So what you're going to do is when you go to expand, you always have that collection created, and you're going to find one. So I'm going to go into this one. Her name is Anna.lee.grace, and she loves Chick-fil-A and coffee. Girl after my own heart. And she's an affordable everyday fashion blogger, which I love even more. So what you do is then I'll go into her account and I'll click on her latest post. Okay. Now, the reason you want to go there is because you want to go to the people that are liking her stuff and people that are commenting on her stuff, because that means that those people are active. okay? You want the active people. You don't just want to go into her followers, because she could have a ton of people that are following her but are never on Instagram, okay? So you want to go into the latest post, and I love to go into the commenters first, because those are people that are being active in Instagram, okay? So in filling the funnel, we're going to do it for 2 minutes, and all you're going to do is add 2 people, okay? You're going to find 2 people that have commented. You're going to like them. You're going to go into their page. If it's open, you're going to go into their page. You're going to like 5 pictures, comment on 2. And like, don't be creepy. Like, all you're doing is sending them love. You're like, oh my gosh, this is adorable. That dog is adorable. What kind of a dog is that? I love your shirt. Where did you get it? Or this is picture perfect. How adorable. You're just giving them love, okay? And then you're getting out of there, going to the next person, finding one more person. If you need to put a request in, that's okay. Put a request in. You can always try to follow someone else, but we're going to do it for literally 2 minutes. Your goal is 1 to 2 people. Okay? All right, so I'm going to set a quick timer and go.
You even only find 2.
I can't hear you, Donna.
It's harder than it sounds to just find 2. Like, I feel like I am being creepy. Like,
I think
I am.
I don't know why it doesn't say you're muted, but I can't
No.
hear you.
How about now?
No. That's so weird.
I can hear you.
I can hear you now. It's my volume.
Oh, yay. Okay, so like when I go to try and like find people to add,
Yeah.
so like I kind of search fishing stuff.
Yep.
They're all men.
Okay, so what I would do is I would take some time and do some research. I would Google search women fisher, like I would look that up, like fishing for women, hashtags for fishing for women. Like, think about some of the brands you use. Then you want to find, are there women out there that are fishermen that that you maybe see in magazines or something like that. Maybe there's a certain kind of way you fish.
Oh,
Search them,
okay.
Search up that, and then look for people that maybe follow them. So you might have to take some time to do some research. And what I would do is notate those types of things down. What would be hashtags that they're using? When you find who they are, those are going to be your
Okay.
inspo accounts. But if if they don't have a very big following, Donna, I would put them in a collection as people you want to connect with. Those are
Okay.
potential customers, right? So your inspo
Okay.
accounts are only going to be the very large accounts that you would find
Okay.
from some of those things that you might find, whether it's like maybe there's a certain I don't know, some of the fishing you do, like you're out in the cold weather, right? So maybe there's some gear that you wear that you want to,
Right.
check out to see who else is wearing that gear. Maybe
Okay.
there's different things that you guys talk about or reference that you could look at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then based on who you
Okay.
find, whether it's an inspo account or actually someone that you can just start connecting with.
Right. Yeah. And like, I guess, so then I went into some hairdressing sites because I thought
Yeah.
maybe there, right? But then I'd click them on and then I'd be like, well, that's kind of weird that I just add them.
No, not at all.
Not weird.
No, because you're speaking their language. Like you're doing
Okay.
their lingo. But what I would do is you do really good with your posts for coaching or for your team, and you do really good with your fishing posts. Post more about what you do about hair. Post some
Right.
transformations you do. Like there's one of our coaches on Micah's team. She's a hairdresser. She does a lot with braids. She posts all
Okay.
kinds of braids and stuff that she shows. Now I don't know, what your specialty, maybe just showing, some coloring that you did, or you know what I mean, some
Yeah.
transformations where someone comes in with long hair and they want short hair. Um,
Okay.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Look for people that,
Okay.
like, say your favorite product is rusk. I don't know, I'm throwing it out there.
Right. Right.
Look for
Just help
hashtag.
talk about those kind of things.
Yes. That's gonna
Never
be
thought to
your,
do that.
yes, yes, those are gonna be your people, the people that you can
Okay.
connect with, right? So think about it again. Lynn did this analogy. You're walking into the fair, okay? You're walking into the fair and there's all these booths around you, right? What are the booths you're going to go to? The ones that attract you, right? The ones that you are like, oh, that's my jam. So if someone's like, fresh brewed coffee, samples, blah, 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 I'm like, yes, I'm there. I
Ah,
love coffee. I want to see, like, what do they have? What kinds of fixins do they have? What kinds of different flavors do they have? Variations, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try them all. I want to know all the stuff. I'm going to talk to you all about the coffee. I might cut
mhm.
to the fishing person, the fisherman's booth. That's not my jam, right?
Yeah.
But you're going to be like all on it. You're going to be like,
Yeah.
oh, what kind of, lure is this? And what kind of, pole is this? And you're going to be talking to them left and right. So
Yeah.
you want to go to the booths that you're going to be able to talk to and connect with. You can
Okay.
bypass the other booths. I mean, you might find that in those booths, there are things that connect you, right?
Mhm.
So we are all moms here, right?
Yeah.
All of us in our crew is moms. We only have a couple people that are discounters that are not moms. Um, we connected on a few different reasons, but fishing wasn't one of them, right?
No.
Um,
No. It was kind of mom life.
it was mom life. And
Yeah.
dancing, although I love seeing you out there fishing, and I love seeing your posts, and I love seeing all that, that's not what connected us. But now that we connected on something else, now I can connect with you because I know that you love that. I love that for you, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
you're looking for people on the booths that you want to talk with. So like Ashley, for
Yeah.
you, oh, and she walked away, but for, like, as a new mom, you're looking at people like postpartum, new babies, young kids, stay-at-home moms. Like, those are the types of things you're looking at. Hi, sweet pea.
Mhm.
Like, what kinds of things does do the kids like? Do you have a certain brand that you like? Do you breastfeed? Do you bottle feed? Like, those are different things you want to look at that relate to you, that are in your world, because that's the kind of stuff you can post about, right? So yes, you're going to post about your challenge group and your transformation and what it's done for you, but you also want to post about real life. That's what they want to know in your stories. Can I tell you, the people comment the most and on Cooper, they look for Cooper every morning. And when I don't post about Cooper, they're like, where's my Cooper pic? And I'm like, holy cow. I didn't realize he was making such a difference. People love to see your real life. Like, but they're going to be, in order to look for their Cooper pick, they're going to see you working out. They're going to see you talking with your community. They're going to see you, you know, working your business, because you're going to talk a little bit about that and sprinkle that in your stories.
Yeah, sometimes I'm doing things and I'm like, nobody cares.
You just got to talk about your life. They want to know your life. Your Beachbody stuff is just like a highlight of your life.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see you fishing. And if you're connecting with your people, with people that love fishing, with people that have older kids, with people that are reconnecting with their husbands on these trips, with hair stylists, people that love, like I said, for an example, braids or whatever, they're
Mm-hmm.
going to love that stuff. And they're going to come watch Donna's page because she's posting on all that stuff that I love to watch. Oh,
Like,
and then Donna also works out. Dang, girl, right? Like, that's what they're going to be.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like I find none of my friends are at all interested in anything to do with Beachbody. Like I even just sent out a whole bunch of sample workouts.
Yeah.
The one girl from my gym, she's like, it was all right. I think I could plan one better myself. And I'm like, well, it's just a sample, I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I'm annoyed with my friends.
That just means we got to expand. They're going to come around.
Yeah.
Your warm market will come around when they see that you're consistent. A lot of times our own warm market wants to see that you are sticking with it. Not that they think you're a flake or anything, but they want to see you be consistent, and they want to see how the changes are. Like when I talk, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I've been doing this for 4 years, you guys, not that it takes this long to build a business, but it's people will come around. There are people that are still have been following me from the beginning, and they'll be like, yeah, I just don't know if it works. Okay, I don't know how many more transformations I can post, but then I'll have people come around, they'll be like, all right, I'm ready. They've been watching me. They've been
Mm-hmm.
wanting to see, like, does this really work? How is this business working for her? Things like that. They want to see that. So they'll come around. But in the meantime, you're just connecting and loving with other people, and you're
Okay.
connecting and expanding. Instagram has millions of people, you guys. There's many, many, many people out there that we can connect with. So it's just our job is to find them and connect with people that we can connect with. That's what social media is all about, is being social with your people.
So one of the videos I posted today, I put a poll on there and I said, are you interested? Do you want to know more about my home workouts? Yes or no? And then I was like, no. And I swooped it down and I thought it disappeared. But 2 people answered it. Yes.
See?
Yeah. So they're men from somewhere I don't freaking know. But what do I send them?
Okay, so first of all, always watch men, because men can be creepy. But
Yeah.
if they're if they're if you go to their page and you're like, okay, this is not, I don't send them anything. If I'm like,
Yeah.
this is weird, I actually block them. Okay, because
Like I just feel uncomfortable just because I don't want to be like chatting with men.
no, same, the exact same.
Okay.
So I'm the same way. I don't typically respond to them. But when people
Okay.
do, and I'll throw it up in our thread, on our message thread, but basically what I do is I'm like I use the app Ditto. It's Ditto. And what
Okay.
you can do is you can save responses in there. So they're super easy to just send.
That would be
So
lovely.
yes,
Hmm.
I will do that for you guys. So basically what I do is I save them, and I have some different, let me go in there, category. Oops, that's not it. I have different categories. So my categories are Challenger Flow, which I don't really use much anymore because I use the Google Doc. You guys, the Google Doc, make a copy of the Google Doc, make it yours, because when people are interested in it, I basically are like, so
Right.
excited for you to check this out. I'm going to send you a Google Doc. Take a look at it. It's going to give you all the info you need to know about this new program. And it's going to give you all the different ways we can do it. Because a lot of times people will be like, well, how much is it? And my response is always, I
Yeah.
always do a verbal message, and I just say, oh my gosh, girl, there are so many different options. It would be so hard for me to tell you what they are without knowing what your goals are. So I'd love for you to tell me more. I always use this. Tell me more about what your goals are, and tell me more about the things you would like for yourself. And then check this Google form out, fill it out if you think this would be good for you, and then message me, and then let's chat. Because you want to know, like, what are they wanting to do? Are they wanting to get tone? Are they wanting to lose weight? Maybe they struggle with nutrition and they don't even realize that we have these amazing nutrition programs. Yeah, totally. And I'm always the kind that's like, feel, felt, found. Like, I totally understand how you feel about nutrition. Girl, I'm the exact same way. This COVID-19 kicks me into high stress and anxiety, which means I tend to go to food for comfort. Feel, felt, found. You know, you're trying to figure out how they're doing. Let me tell you about this nutrition plan, because it's helped me to deal with my stress and anxiety, to feel better, to feel energetic, and I'm not starving, and I feel like I can still have my cider, or I still feel like I can have my ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to talk to them based on what they're responding. Then the Google form can help you lay everything out for your share cart. But that's what
And
I do.
then they're actually interested if they're going to take the initiative to do that. Because like everyone that I'm messaging,
Yeah.
they ignore it, or not at this time. No thanks, I'm doing this. No thanks, no thanks, no thanks.
Yeah. And I say, like, your no thanks, those are seeds planted. You're just planting seeds. So never look at no's as, I always look at no's as not right now, because that might mean that maybe they're going to be like, well, no, I'm good, thanks. Okay, what is she doing? And now they're going to start watching you more. They're going to watch your stories more. They're going to see what's going on. They want to know, how's this working for you? They want to know, like, what the options are, but they don't want to let you know that they want to know, right?
Okay.
So they're going to be watching you in the background. So I always look at no's as seeds planted. And if people are like, yeah, no, that's not my jam, no, thank you, I respond back depending on what their no is. Like, no, not right now. I just really can't afford it. And be like, oh my gosh, girl, I get you. When I bought my first challenge pack, I was the exact same way. I didn't even know. But, you know, I realize now, okay, we have less than 10 minutes. I realize now that, oh, why did it pull that up? Oh, I see. I realize now that it makes a huge difference when I was able to get my stress out every day, when I was able to eat something that I knew was going to be the healthiest meal, and I wouldn't have to worry about how I was going to get all my veggies in, because I do not love veggies. Things like that. Like, you think about one of the things Autumn did, or Summer Tucker did. She took a piece of paper, okay, and she literally folded it in half like this, and then folded it in half like this again, okay? Then opened it back up, and she said, how I was before my challenge group, how I was after my challenge group, after I did it. How I was before I started coaching, and how I was after I started coaching. So what are the changes that happened in your life from when you started, what that wanted you to start something, that pushed you to buy it, to where you're at today? And the same thing with coaching. Why did I want to start coaching? And even though we are not where we want to be today as a coach, we're working towards it. And what is it giving you? Those are the types of things. So then have that paper with you at all times. So when you're talking to people, when they can hear the inflection in your voice about how it's changed you, what it's done for you, how, and you have that right there, until it starts to become like rolling off your tongue. Because I think in the beginning, we're kind of like, well, it helped me with my nutrition, or I helped me to lose a little bit of weight, or yeah, I gained some energy. You don't have that conviction yet, right? When you see it every day and you write it out and you take that time, you're like, holy cow, this made a huge difference in my world, right? Whether it's even in the little things, like I was able to put gas in my car this week and I didn't have to worry about where I was getting the money, to I'm having a better relationship with my kids. I'm more patient with my spouse. I find that I'm sleeping better at night. I find that my relationship with food means more. I mean, it can be from lighthearted to very deep. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, you can focus on all those good things.
Okay.
Respond. Okay.
I find people right now are in a really different state of mind too. Like,
yes.
Like they're wanting to lay in bed and be depressed.
Yeah.
And it's
So
weird.
it's so weird. So I was talking with Ashley before you popped on, but one of the things we need to do right now is really be that pillar and that light of hope. So don't even reference it. Like, don't even,
Yeah.
there's enough people out there that are referencing it. You know, you talk about what you're doing to, you know, how the community is making a difference in your world, how, you know, having us, like, I look to you guys as my people, right? That makes a difference in my world. How I can look forward to working out and getting out my stress there. How I have the
Yeah.
online community. How I am able to get paid every week. You know, how I'm able to, even though my Dominican trip got canceled, I'm looking forward to New Orleans in July. You know, things like that. Talk
Yeah.
about those kinds of things. Put positivity and light. Talk about your personal development. Like, quote something
Yeah.
in there that you read or heard, or talk about a podcast that you just listened to. Be
Yeah.
that
I
pillar of
just
light and
discovered
support.
when you were walking us through that thing on Instagram, I found a thing of things that I've saved, all kinds of great quotes that I didn't even know
Yes.
where they came from.
Yes.
Now I just found them.
Yep. And if you, when you start, you guys, as a small side note, when you start searching the people that are your people, your hashtags, quotes like that. If you go onto your main Instagram page and you go into this, it looks like a magnifying glass. That's your Explorer page. Oops, I was checking things out. These are all going to be related to the things that you have recently started looking up. Okay. So these are suggestions for you. These are places that you might want to. So clearly you can see I've
Oh,
been looking up
didn't
gold.
know that.
Yep, been looking up Golden Doodle accounts. You know, I'm looking for owners of Golden Doodles. There are some quotes in there, and my quotes go from anywhere from positivity to sarcastic mom, because I'm a total sarcastic mom. My kids are
Look
old.
at what came up on mine. A bikini girl fishing. I
So,
do not search bikini girl fishing.
so that just probably means that you're not searching for much, and it's suggesting things to you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You'll also find as a good key, if you are searching up like other coaches, they're going to start to pop up in your feed. You don't want to search for other coaches, you guys. You want to search for people on your end. When you find that you're searching other coaches, the comparison game comes in and you don't want that. So that's always a good check.
Yes.
But like here, I've been reading The Secret and I like that popped up in my feed. So it's little things like that, you know, shopping, Bible stuff. Like these are all the things that I look for when I'm looking for people to follow. Okay. All right. I'm going to extend this really quickly for us 1 second, because I'm going to go into a couple more pieces before we end, because I feel like we have 10 more minutes. We can take advantage of this. Bear with me here. I'm going to upgrade this account here. I've been needing to do this anyway. Okay. All right. While I'm finishing that up, what I want to do next is I want to love bomb. When I say love bomb, what we're going to do is you're going to go into, now there's a couple different ways I connect with people when I love bomb. When I love bomb, I will do it in, I'll go to my top stories up here and I love bomb up there, which means I basically look into their stories. I watch them, skip coaches, skip your coaches, okay, or skip any of your challengers. You want to look for people that are new up there. And a lot of times what I do is I will scroll over to people that, oops, I actually opened up, to people later down my feed, and I'll love bomb them. So I'll just, and this is going to be, we're going to do this for 2 minutes. I love bomb there, and then we're going to love bomb somewhere else later in the group. So go ahead and you're just going to watch their stories, and you want to comment on 1 or 2 of them. Ask a question if you can. And if you can't, just be like, oh my gosh, that sweater is adorable, or those girls are adorable. That's usually a lot of it. But you want to say the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't overthink it. It's going to be like you saw them at the park. What do you say to them? That dress is adorable. That bow on her is so cute. It takes up her whole face. Her legs are so chunky. I love them. I just want to squeeze them. Be yourself when you text it out, okay? Or when you message. All right, we got 2 minutes. You want to try to get as many people as you can.
So I've noticed that I follow too many beach body coaches. Just
Yeah,
go
you
boom,
don't need to
boom,
follow them
boom.
at all.
No.
Just
And it's
because,
true, like some of them, like even some of my friends, they're annoying.
if they're not, yeah, you just scroll past them. Like if I
Yeah.
find like I'm not getting much value out of them, I just move past them. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I
So
would do.
I need to go through and just like clean things up in here.
Yep. And
That's what
and it's stopping now. I do that a lot, Donna, as I'm going through. I will, if I'm like, if this person's not serving me, I unfollow. And I do that. Like,
yes.
don't hesitate to unfollow people that are not serving you. If you're, or like if you start following people and expanding, sometimes I'll go into a post and instead of looking at commenters, I'll go into the likers and I'll just be like, I'm going to like, or I'm going to follow 50 girls in 10 minutes. And I just really just look at their picture. I look at their name to make sure it looks like someone I would follow. And I'd be like, follow, 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 follow. When you go back and go through them, or they come up in your feed later, like a couple times, their picture looked super cute. And when I realized that I'm following them, and all of a sudden these big breasts come up, I'm like, whoa, right? Like that's not my intention. Unfollow clearly, right? Or people that are just like cursing up a storm. Now I curse. I'm not gonna lie. I do curse. I don't typically curse on social media. That's kind of not my jam.
No.
It's more of like something between me and my husband, or me and a couple friends, or me at work. But when I'm like in most moods or whatever, I don't typically do that. So when it's like all, I unfollow that. Anybody that doesn't serve me, I unfollow. There's no reason to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we're going to love bomb. What I want you to do is go to your stories. Go to your stories, and you want to go to typically the first one that you have, and that's going to be like typically your highest number. This is Ashley. I was sharing her. You want to go into your likers, and you want to look at all the people that liked your stories. And what I do here is I love bomb 2 different ways, okay? The first thing I'll do is I'll go through and look at all the people who's watching my stories. I look at their stories because that's the easiest way to give attention to the people that are giving you attention, okay? So that's the first way I love bomb. And I typically can go through those in like maybe 5-10 minutes at the most, okay? Another way I love bomb then for those people that are on there, as you expand more, people are going to start to follow you more. And if you keep up and consistent on your stories, they're going to go to your stories. So if you find a new person that you see on there that you're like, I haven't seen that person before, I just send them a quick message. And my message is, you want to think about it like, if you were to see somebody in a store, or you were to, you don't want it to be creepy, like, hey, how are you? Mine's just like, hey girl, I see you're watching my stories. Thanks so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well, with a heart. That's all I do. And now you've just kind of just opened up, there was a girl that I said today, her name was Lauren. I'm like, hey Lauren, it's Lauren. How fun is this? Thanks for watching my stories, girlfriend. I appreciate it. And it was like a little face with a kissy heart. And her response was like, hey, thanks so much. I love your page. Now I feel like I can connect with her, right? I can go to her page and I can connect with her. It's not creepy at all. And I always tell people, if they're following you and watching your stories, they're interested in your life. Okay. So let's spend 2 minutes, and this will be something that we can do. We'll do 2 minutes, go through your stories of the people that are watching your stories. Okay. And love bomb on them. Okay. All right. And go. Okay. How do we do?
That was easy.
Right? It's
Yeah.
not hard. That's, you guys, love bombing, you're connecting. These are connections you want to make. Okay. All right. Now, before we do the next love bombing, what I want you to do is take a couple minutes. We'll take 3 minutes for this one. Where are we at on time? I don't want to go much more. I want to do like maybe 5 more minutes. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you something to do next. Let's do one more round of love bombing. Go through, finish up your stories if you need to. If you have any new followers, go in there, or go to your stories or go to your feed. 2 minutes will love bomb, and then I'm going to give you 2 more things to do when we're done before you go to bed tonight, and then we can drop it in our chat saying that we rocked it out. Okay. Okay. Super simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so connecting you guys is so, so critical. Um, you need to do connecting every day. Connecting and expanding. That's going to be your bit. That is legit two important IPAs, your income producing activities that you need to do, because that's going to make this next part easy next. Okay. So what I want you to do is go to your workout that you posted today in your stories. Okay. And I'm going to give you a script that I put out. Make it your own. Let me get this in here and send this to 2 people. Let me see if I can put this up here. Okay, so it's in the chat. You can do it however you want. And like I use the COVID-19 just because it's kind of crazy and people kind of, people are kind of crazy about it. But it's something simple. One of the things that I will say is scripts are there to help you. They're not there to be like, okay, I'm going to copy and paste this exact thing, because this is me. So like if you were listening to me talk on my stories, you can totally hear me saying, I'm so super grateful that we just released this new boxing and lifting routine, and it couldn't have come at a better time. It's totally helping me release my stress. I say super and totally all the time, and dude, that's just what I do. And so I'd love to send you a preview for free to try out. A group of us started this badass program and looking for some feedback on it. Would you be up for trying it? So if you don't say, if saying BA is not your jam, totally don't put that in there. You want to make it so it sounds like you. And a lot of times with scripts, what I do is after I type it out, I read it, and if it rolls off my tongue, then I'll do it. Sometimes I will voice record a script if I'm like visualizing sitting across from my best friend, Lindsay, and I'm like, Lindsay, girlfriend, holy smokes, this workout is kicking my tush. And then like I tell them like, you have to do this with me. Like I would love for you to do this with me. I'll type that up then and send that. So this right here is a super easy invite to send, because you're asking people if they want to try for a free preview of the workout. Okay. So this will be the last thing we're going to do tonight. Take 2 minutes and send to 2 to 3 people if you can. And you can even do a voice recording to a couple people that are watching your stories that are in your Instagram stories, okay, that we've been connecting with. And it doesn't necessarily, it can, however, whichever one it's at, or go to one of your latest posts and invite one of your followers. Okay. All right. We've got 2 minutes.
I only got one done, but I got one good one done.
That's good. So, invites take some time. And I know like sometimes just trying to get the scripting right is good. Utilize
Mhm.
this, you guys, as the one to invite to this week. And then what I'll do is I've got some people I'm adding into the that wanted the sample tonight. I will give you guys a follow-up for it. So I'd give them a couple days to try it. After they say yes, I'll give you what to say next and then a follow-up on that. Okay. That we can do to invite them. So typically, go ahead.
Where do I find these sample workouts? Because the link that you gave me, it only you can hear the sound, you can't see a video. The 10 rounds one
The
works, but
Vimeo?
not, yeah. The one that has the from tiny URL, the 9 workouts or 10 workouts.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll fix that. Okay.
Okay.
I'll get you the
You can
10
hear it all. And you can see the screen at first, then you push play, you get only blackness in all the videos.
Okay. I'll get that for you. I'll
Okay.
get that for you. Okay, perfect. Okay, the last thing that I'm going to have you do, we're going to get off and then you can do this tonight, is you want to put a poll up. Put a poll up in your Insta stories, but make it fun. Okay, make it fun. Be like, maybe you take a picture of you sitting on your couch and you're like, morning person, night owl. Put it as a poll. Maybe you wear Nike shoes. Maybe you want to put Nike or Adidas. Maybe you have a couch of laundry like I do, and you're like, would you rather have a laundry maid or a dishes fairy?
Mhm.
You want to do something fun like that every day. I'm not the best at this. I need to do this more. Coffee or tea, summer, winter, right? Like you want to do fun stuff like that. That's going to create people, because people, or like if you ever want to do like this shoe or this shoe, this dress or this outfit, like need to go out tonight on a date night. Do I wear hat, no hat? And you take pictures. Do whatever you want. People love to give you their opinion. Love, love, love that. And they love to give you an opinion on things that have nothing to do with workouts. So, or if you're ever like looking for advice, I use the questions button. I'll be like, what do you guys think I should do? Have you, what's your favorite, what was one that I said maybe last week? Oh, shoot. Oh, I put on there, what is your favorite makeup remover? And people are responding left and right. Now I already have a favorite makeup remover, you guys. I just buy the Target kind. But people give that to you, and so now you can start. That's going to automatically create interest in your feed, and Instagram loves people to stay in Instagram. So if they're looking at your stories and they're commenting, and you're utilizing all those things in your stories, like utilize all those things, you guys. So when you let me just put one up here. When you put one up, click on the different things that you can do. Tag places, use music, put your time in there. Um, tag one of us. Use your questions, use your quizzes, use your gifts, use all that kind of stuff. They love that. If you have something that you're coming up to, use a countdown, put that out there, and then show something every day that you're using a countdown to. Instagram loves us to use their stuff. So when you use polls, you're not only using Instagram stuff, but you're creating a way to make conversations. And then you can come back and respond to them. You just want to have a response back for both of them. When I did coffee and tea, I had like 40 some responses. I have it copied and paste. It was in my Ditto app. So it's a super boom, 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 boom. And I don't have to type out every one of them. And now this allowed me, when you do your response, add a question at the end. For the people that were like, oh, I love coffee. Coffee's my jam. Girl, me too. I drink coffee every day. I used to drink coffee 4 or 5 times a day before I had my superfoods. Now I drink it one time because I love it. What's your favorite place you get coffee from? Totally easy for them to be like, oh, first of all, what's the superfoods? If they respond to that, if not, planting a seed. Second, they're like, oh, I love Dunkin'. Sweet. What do you get from Dunkin'? I always love to know new you're now creating convos that can lead to other stuff, right? Now it doesn't become creepy when if you ever invite them or thank them for watching your post or anything like that. Okay. So tonight before you go to bed, throw a poll up there. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a quick pic and I'll post it. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. I love it. I'll put the recording in there. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll get you that stuff tonight. Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you. This
Thanks,
was
guys.
great.
Oh,
Night,
awesome.
guys.
Good night.